back to another video, joining me on my day-to-day vlogging channel. So today I thought I would take you guys with me on a weekly shop and what I get. Obviously I'm going to be going to different shops for certain things. I do like to have a little bit of a shop around, you know, I'm all for bargains in that sense. So I'm going to be shopping obviously for the household, myself and Coach. So yeah, there's going to be a variety of shopping going on. So we're going to start off at Aldi. I normally get my main things, especially for Coach's pack up, in here just because it is actually quite cheap. I have kind of crossed cost with certain shops, and obviously Aldi is the best option for his pack up things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing this with you, and maybe, you know, you might get some tips or ideas on what we get. And yeah, so let's go shopping. Come on. So fast. Okay, so that is shopping done and put away. It did take me a little bit longer to put it away this time because I couldn't help myself. When I was out, I kept seeing things and I thought, oh yeah, let's try those. Oh, they're new. You know, do you ever do that where you just see something, you're like, oh, it's on offer, or oh, I've not had those before. So yeah. One of those things being sourdough crumpets. I keep seeing on social media and people on YouTube saying that sourdough crumpets are so much better than your typical original crumpet. So that was another reason why it took me so long, because as soon as I got in, I fished those bad boys out, stuck two in a toaster, whacked some butter on it, and oh my God, they are so fluffy and light, and like the taste is, obviously the taste is different, but they were just so nice. They're not as dense as you would have with the original crumpet. So yes, I would strongly recommend sourdough crumpets. They are delicious. So I did show little clips of my shopping from each shop. So the main shops that I do go to are Tesco's and Aldi. You know, I like to have a budget as well as looking for some bargains. So sometimes it's not always the case, and you end up spending a lot more because one shop hasn't got one thing, so then you get it from the other. So that is always a bit of a pain, but you know, you make do. And considering that we don't really go out or do much and stuff, our money pretty much goes into our food. So we do still like to have nice things, and if they're a little bit more expensive, we're not gonna be like, oh my god, no, we're going over the budget. Because we're foodies, and I said in a podcast last week, I think it was, and basically saying, like, if you're on a prep, why not pay that little bit extra for something that you know you're going to eat and that you're going to enjoy? So that's exactly what we do. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody to their own, but that's how we do it. So most of our money goes on nice, yummy foods. I did also show clips that we do own 2 fridges. So one of them is the family, you know, all-rounder kind of fridge, and then we have a bigger fridge which contains pretty much what myself and Coach consume, and it's just easier to kind of not just chuck everything all in one fridge and then you're having to move everything out, and yeah, it's just a lot easier. Today I would normally go to my local butcher's as well, but considering that I did my morning checks on, like, in the cupboard, the fridge and the freezer, I didn't actually need to get any meat. The only thing I probably forgot that I would normally get are eggs, and I ended up getting eggs from Tesco's, and the size difference, it's like it's had no protein, the eggs from Tesco's, and the ones that we get from the butchers, like, they're huge, they are massive. So yeah, I will be getting my eggs from my butchers next time, and they haven't yet got their big sack of potatoes, hence why I ended up getting some potatoes from Aldi today. And the only reason being is because Tesco's run out so quickly from their, you know, like their individual potatoes. It's so annoying. So yeah, that was another thing I would normally get from the butchers, and a tray of steak. I'm packed with steak in my freezer, so there's no point buying anymore because otherwise I won't be able to fit anything else in. And especially the big box tub that I make burgers and put in the freezer. So yes, so they probably are the main things that I would normally get from my local butchers, and it is a good butchers as well. So if you're down my end, or for those who know where I am based, go visit my local butchers because they'll give you some good deals in there. So yeah, that is pretty much my weekly shop. So the weekly shop total actually came up to let me have a look. £137.65. Yes, to some of you that may seem rather a lot. We still enjoy having nice food. We do have some cheapy bits here and there, but you know, we like nice food. It's just, you know, get out of here. We don't want your judgment in this area. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my weekly shop. I mean, it's not, you know, it's fancy and la-di-da. I would have spoke, but my camera actually doesn't have something where you can have like the mics and that. So that's a bit of a downfall. So you just sat in my trolley really, you know, and just see me just chuck stuff in. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the rest of the day. I am now going to get my training in. I've kind of had my pre-workout, which were my lovely sourdough crumpets. Yeah, we'll go from there. So if you liked the video, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, and also press that button, the subscribe button. It would very much be appreciated and help my channel grow. Hug it out.